What's up, guys? This is Craig from GoodTimesDrinks. Today we're starting a brand new web series called GoodTimesEats. You're in my kitchen and we're gonna make an amazing chicken thigh vindaloo taco. We're gonna use about 12 really nice spices. We're gonna make a cardamom mint yogurt. We're gonna make a mango chutney. We're gonna slam it all into a taco with some amazing fresh prep. So let's get onto it. Here we go. Hey friends, it's rub time. Let's get spicy. Cinnamon, anise, ancho chili powder, green cardamom, paprika, chili powder, ginger, garlic powder, cumin, turmeric, coriander, garam masala, and brown sugar. Once it's mixed, you're gonna wanna put a little bit aside for the mango chutney. Now we're back. We're gonna do our chicken thighs and we're gonna put them in our Vindaloo Rub. I love chicken thighs because they have a little bit more fat content versus a breast. I think it gives a little more juice, it keeps the flavor in a little bit more. So I'm gonna season up our chicken thighs. A little salt and pepper on top. So you really wanna make sure as you're kind of pressing it down, you're gonna get the rub into each little kind of nook and cranny. You wanna get as much of that beautiful spice mixture that we made on each of our chicken thighs. You can see I kind of pat it down, kind of getting right in there, right? Now we got our thighs all ready. I'm just gonna throw a little bit of oil on them. I'm using grapeseed oil. Nice neutral oil, doesn't give off a lot of flavor. It's a nice high heat sear oil. I'm gonna throw that in the fridge and we're gonna let those set up for about the next half an hour, 45. So we're gonna start our mango chutney now. What we're gonna use is we're gonna use a little knob of ginger and we're gonna use about half a white onion for it. With the ginger, you're gonna wanna get a nice fine dice on it. Let's chop the onion. Bold. Here we are, mango chutney time. So we're gonna take the onions and ginger in the bowl here. We got our Vindaloo spice. We have our frozen mangoes. We have 2 limes that we're gonna juice. We have brown sugar. We have rice vinegar, we have salt, and we have pepper. So you're gonna follow me, we're gonna go over to the stove and we're gonna start our chutney. Hey, it's me again, the stove. What you're gonna wanna do now is you're gonna wanna go into your cupboard or wherever you keep your frying pans and find your ugliest nonstick frying pan and put it on the oven top and press on high. Olive oil, ginger, and your onions. Now that we're seeing the little sweat on right there, we're gonna bang in the frozen mangoes. We'll turn down to just below medium. Now we can add everything else into the pan. We're gonna let that ride. Lime, reserved Vindaloo spice, brown sugar, a little splash of rice vinegar, nice healthy pinch of salt, and pepper. Lid it. So at this stage now, we're about 15 minutes in. You can see the chutney's starting to get a little bit, some moisture's coming out. So what we wanna do is we wanna add a little bit of moisture back in. So we're gonna throw in a little bit of water and we're gonna let that go so we can break it down. We'll put the lid back on and we're gonna keep letting it go. Yogurt time. So we are making a cardamom mint yogurt. Why I love this part so much is this is really the nice cooling part of the taco. We have a lot of spice in what we're gonna be doing and this kind of, really helps meld it all together. We have full fat Greek yogurt, we have garlic, lime, mint, and then one of my favorite spices, cardamom. So if you buy it whole, you can get it in pods like this, toast it and grind it, and then it becomes this. It is an absolutely beautiful spice. It is so nice in here and it just really kind of brings this taco together. So let's go, let's get at it, and let's make this. So at this point, the chutney, you're gonna wanna take it out, make sure it's not sticking to the pan, and kind of start to sort of help break it up just a little bit. What I'm doing is I'm trying to smash it down so the mangoes then become sort of a jam and then eventually the chutney consistency. You'll see it's starting to now break down nicely. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more water to it just to keep helping it break down. So here we are. This is the veg that we're gonna put inside the taco. Now, what we're gonna use is fresh jalapeno. We're gonna use some cilantro. We're gonna use lime. We're gonna use red onion. We're gonna use fresh pineapple. And we're gonna use bean sprouts. Now, I know it sounds weird, bean sprouts in a taco, but this whole taco is a little bit weird. So just bear with me, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw a little bit of salt on the actual bean sprouts. And the reason I'm doing this is because I wanna draw out some of the moisture in the bean sprouts. Bean sprouts tend to hold a lot of moisture. We just don't want that soggy and grossness in our taco. So I'm gonna throw this into the paper towel with the salt on it. I'm gonna roll this up and I'm gonna throw it back on the plate. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get in and we're gonna kind of dice up all of our veg, and I'll show you how to do that individually right now. So now we got kind of everything to a good point. I'm gonna now throw the limes in here. We're gonna just put on a nice, really thin slice on our jalapenos. I like to leave the seeds, the membrane, and all. I love that heat. That's what I really like about leaving everything in. Now with cilantro, everyone loves to beat the crap out of their cilantro when they dice it. I like to just have it kind of whole, and I just sort of pick off some of the little stems. Stop beating the crap out of your cilantro. If the pineapple's thick, then I like to kind of put a nice slice through, so it'll make the cubes a little bit smaller. And lastly, our red onion. With the red onion, give it a nice thin slice. Lots of people dice their red onion for tacos, which is great. For this, I like to have a little bit more texture. Prepped. So once you get to the chutney to this stage, so it's all broken down, they got a few pieces that are just a little bit left. So we're just gonna kind of finally smash those up. And we got that really nice, thick, jam chutney consistency that we're looking for. And we're just gonna fire this in a bowl and we're gonna throw it in the fridge. Let that cool. All right, so now we got our cast iron pan on high. We have our oven preheated to 400 degrees. And we are gonna throw a little grapeseed oil in here to sear our chicken thighs. What you're gonna do is flip that kind of face down. And you're gonna start to get a really nice sear on this. Now, you're gonna grab this using a towel. Don't be an idiot. Use a towel so you don't hurt yourself. And then we're gonna bang this right in the oven. Throw it right in there. We'll put that in there for about 8 to 10 minutes. So thighs have been in there now for about 8 minutes. I'm just gonna kind of pull it out. Remember, use your rag so you don't burn yourself. You're going to flip the chicken and kind of just press it down just a little bit. And we're gonna let that ride for another probably 3-4 minutes. It's been 12 minutes. We're gonna take those out, put them right up there, and we're gonna slide our flour tortillas into the oven just to get them a little bit warm. We're gonna let that chicken rest for about a minute while the tortillas heat up. All right, here we go. Fancy pants. When you have everything laid out in a nice sequential order on your own beautiful wood platter, which you probably have just laying around the house, we're gonna now assemble the tacos. Well, it's been fun. We had a great time today making Chicken Thigh Vindaloo Tacos, and now I'm gonna pair it with one of my favorite gin and tonics from GoodTimesDrinks, the Refreshing Lime. It goes perfectly with the sweetness and the spiciness of this taco. Thank you so much for tuning in for the first episode of Good Times Eats, and if you want the full recipe, go to www.goodtimesdrinks.com. We'll see you again.